The Kanto area is one of the most popular work locations for foreigners, especially Tokyo, where many foreigners live, making it easy for them to make friends. Also, as the capital of Japan, Tokyo is home to the headquarters of many large corporations, so many jobs are concentrated in Tokyo. In fact, there are many advantages to living in Tokyo. On the contrary, there are many advantages to working in a local area. In this video, we will explain in detail the advantages of working in a local area. In conclusion, there are many more jobs, or it is easier to get a job in local area, and you can save money. Number 1. There are many rivals. There are many jobs in Tokyo. Japanese people also go to Tokyo in search of work. When not only Japanese but also foreigners look for a job in Tokyo, the number of rivals increase. Japanese companies basically hire Japanese people. Only 10% of them hire foreigners. You will have to compete with other foreigners for that 10% of positions. Of course, if your skills are quite high and you speak Japanese as well as Japanese, you should look for a job in Tokyo. But if not, there are more opportunities in the local areas. Because the people are concentrated in Tokyo and the regions are always look for job openings. In order to attract good candidates, the hurdles to getting a job offer seem to be lower in local area than in Tokyo, such as eliminating the application screening process and meeting all applicants. Number 2. Difficulty in finding a job. There are quite a few foreigners who limit their desired work location to only the Kanto area when changing jobs. It is true that there are many positions available in Tokyo, but the reality is that most of them are filled by Japanese. It is difficult to find a job if you look for a work only in the Kanto area, even though there are plenty of jobs available in other areas. When changing jobs, please look for a job in a wider area. You may find a good opportunity. Number 3. Cost of living in Tokyo is very expensive. Prices are very high in Tokyo. Since Tokyo is basically an office town, many people rent houses in Kanagawa, Chiba, Saitama, or other prefectures adjacent to Tokyo. However, if your home is in Kanagawa Prefecture, it takes 2 hours on one way and 4 hours round trip by train to commute to the Tokyo office. If you start work at 9 o'clock in the morning, you need to leave home before 7 o'clock. Commuting time is a waste of time. Living in a local area, you can save a lot of money on living expense, such as rent and parking. You may be paid less than in Tokyo, but the cost of living is lower and you can cut down on expenses. In Tokyo, your salary may be higher, but your expenses are also higher, so it may be the same in the end. Number 4. Large population. Most of us take the train to work, but the morning rush hour trains are extremely crowded. 2 hours in a crowded train makes you sick and makes commuting very stressful. If you work in a local area, the population is smaller than in Tokyo, so there are no traffic jams. You can get to work by car or bus. In Tokyo, it is almost impossible to sit on the train and you have to stand all the time, but in local area, you can sit on the train or bus, so you can use your commuting time effectively by reading books or watching movie. In addition, the cost of living is low, so if you rent a house near your company, you can shorten your commute to work to 5 minutes. Number 5. Many jobs are available. As people are concentrated in Tokyo, there are not many people in the local area. In other words, there are many jobs there. Since everyone works in Tokyo, the regions are short of labor and actively hiring people. Number 6. People are friendly. People in Tokyo can seem a bit cold, but people in local areas are very warm and friendly. You can build good relationships with your colleagues at work. Number 7. Japanese language skill will improve. Since many foreigners work in Tokyo, there are not many in the local area. This means that if you work for a local company, you will be the only foreigners and you will be able to work in an environment where you can learn Japanese. When looking for a job in Tokyo, there are many rivals and it is difficult to find a job. Also, the cost of living is high and commuting to work can be quite stressful. First, work in a local area and create an environment where you're the only foreigners in a company and study Japanese more. If you feel that your market value has increased, changing job in Tokyo is a great idea. Don't limit your work to the Kanto area, but be proactive in looking for a work in the local area as well. There are many advantages to work there. This video provides information about changing jobs. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to our channel.